today what I am going to tell you about few of the problems in array. Okay. So now what is an array? Array is nothing but what? Collection or arrangement. Yes. Of what? When you're talking about in computer, you're talking about data, right? So what kind of data? Homogeneous. Okay, right? So array, when we say it is nothing but a collection or an arrangement of data. So what type of data we are talking about? We are talking about is the homogeneous data. Okay. So now, so array is a concept. Okay, it is a concept, right? So now, how exactly it is look into the computer memory? So it's a concept. Now we were talking about. Okay, so how it is looking into the computer memory, right? So we know when we talk about a variable x or a variable y, okay, it is stored somewhere in the memory, okay, and in the memory we said that the address is something like 2000 or it says like 3000, right? Okay, so array also will be stored in a memory. Yes, array also will be stored in a memory. And how it will be stored? Okay, see, it will be stored in a contiguous manner. Contiguous, contiguous manner. Okay, okay, contiguous manner. Okay, yes. So when you talk about contiguous manner, that means we are talking about nothing but if the first element is having an address 2000, okay, then the next element will depend upon on the type of the data that we are storing, okay, in the array, right? Okay, so here in this particular example, we are seeing that we are storing, this is the array, this is the array. Okay, the below is the script. I will tell you what is that. Okay, so this is the array. Okay, and we are storing what type of data we were storing in this array. Okay, let's name this array. Maybe the name of the array should, let's say it is a capital A, underscore array. Okay, so this is the name of the array. Array name, right? Okay, so this array is storing what type of data? It is storing integer data, right? Now we have to understand that the data type has, okay, has certain what? Storage, right? Values, right? Okay, in terms of bytes. So int is what? How many? 4 bytes. Yes or no? How many bytes it is?
Yes, sir.
4 bytes,
4
right?
by dot
Correct. So
4.
that means if we are having the first element, this is the first element, okay? This is the first element. If it is stored in 2000, so this will be stored in where? Since this is contiguous, na? Right? Contiguous manner, right? So it will store in where? 2004. Yes or no? So 2008, 2012, 2016, 2020, 2024, right? Okay, 2028, right? Then 20, what do you say? 32, 2036. Okay, right? Now, if this data could have been not in, it could have been float, float. Float has how many bytes? Float or double, it has 8 bytes. Okay, and the same thing, suppose at the same thing we have an array, okay, and these are nothing but some A, B, C, some characters, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So what will be this value? Character is how many bytes?
1 by
1 byte. So 2 to 1, 2 to 2, then 2 to 3, 2 to 4, right? 2 to 5, 2 to 6, 2 to 7, then we have 2 to 8, sorry, and 2 to 9. Okay, right? That means if you say the difference between these two, okay, the difference between these two is what? 1 byte. Okay, and the difference between these two, okay, these two is how many bytes? Is 4 bytes. Okay, so this is the typical physical, okay, address of the array that we are storing it, right? Okay, yes. Now, but if you want to access this particular thing, we have a concept called as subscripts. Okay, right? And the subscripts in C always start from 0, and this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, like that it goes on. So if you have AND data, okay, the subscript will start from 0 to n minus 1, right? Yes. So in this example, here n is equal to 10. So we have from 0 to 10 minus 1, which is equal to 0 to, sorry, 0 to 0 to 9. Okay. Yes. Right. Any doubts you have? So this is how it is represented in the memory. Okay. Now let us see the next concept. So this first element, okay, this first element, right, of the array is called as nothing but the base address. Okay, right. So base address is nothing but the name. What is the name I gave? A underscore ARRY. So if I write A underscore ARRY, that means we are talking about the array and whose base address is nothing but 2000, right? And since the subscript is 0, so we can also say that A sorry underscore array 0 is equal to, okay, is the base address, right? Is it clear? Okay, so this is the base address. Now since this is the memory and this is how the concept it is stored, so please always remember one very important factor, okay, is, right, important factor that you should always remember, that base address cannot be changed. Okay, so typical any operations like the array equal to A underscore ARRAY plus 1, okay, right, like this. If you say A array, okay, plus plus, sorry, plus plus, all these are invalid. Okay, all these are invalid. Okay, yes, all these are invalid. So always remember base address cannot be changed. Okay, this is one of the important concept which is asked in the interview. They may ask you why base address cannot be changed, or they will give you a problem where the base address somewhere they are changing the base address. So you have to tell that base address cannot be changed. Why it cannot be changed? Because base address gives nothing but first element of the array, and array as it is a homogeneous, okay, and in the contiguous fashion, if you change the base address, that means you lose the entire array itself. Okay, so after that it is not possible for you to access the array. Okay, so because of that we cannot change the base address. Okay, now how to access the array element? Access the array element is nothing but the name of the array. Okay, with what we do is the subscript value. So this is 0. So this equal to what is the value we have? 2, right? So a underscore a rry. Okay, 1 we have what? It is 34, right? So similarly, a underscore array, okay, 9 will be equal to what? Will be equal to 90. Yes. So now you see two important things. One, the name of the array is always there. Okay. Only the value of the subscript is changing. And it changed from where? 0 to n minus 1. Yes or no? N is the size of the array. How many elements are there? 0 to n minus 1. Right? Only these things are changing, and when you change this particular value, okay, we are getting the output. So if I say I take a variable I and I say I is equal to 0 to n minus 1. Okay, so if I take a variable, say I, start from 0 to n minus 1, by this I can easily access by array. Correct? Yes, because it is going from 0 to n minus 1. So I just need to change my one particular variable and keep on changing. So how I do in a programming concept, to, uh, how I do in a programming concept is nothing but we are using the concept of loop. So we can use while loop, we can use do while loop, okay, we can use a for loop. Typically we are using for loop, right? So whenever you have the array, we are using for loop because we know the size of the array. Okay, right? So whenever you come up with any kind of loop, if you know how many times the loop is going, okay, always we go for a for loop. If you don't know how many times, then we either will take while loop and do while loop, only considering whether the first we need an output, okay, then we'll go for a while loop. We don't require a output, first only we need to check it, so we go for a what do you say, do while loop. So we don't require, sorry, when we look for a first output, okay, then the condition, then we go for do while. First if only going for an what do you say, what do you say, check up, check condition, after that the output, then we go for the while loop. Okay, so this comes an exit control, this comes on the call as the entry control. Okay, so now we can easily write for an array for, okay, for I equal to 0, I less than, sorry, I less than 10, I plus plus. Okay, so I can simply write a printf statement, and I say, right, percent, sorry, let follow the concept of the hacker, and then it will be more clear. So a underscore a rr ay I, ये पूरा कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर होना चाहिए, हाँ, क्योंकि इसके बाद ये अगर पूरा क्लियर हो गया कि हम कैसे एरे को व्हाट यू से एक्सेस कर सकते हैं, कैसे एरे में एलिमेंट डाल सकते हैं, कैसे एरे से एलिमेंट निकाल सकते हैं, बस डिस्प्ले कर सकते हैं, ये अगर क्लियर हो गया, बाकी तो हम लोग इस जो भी प्रॉब्लम आएगा विल सी द लॉजिक. ओके, सो दिस थिंग इज क्लियर ना, ऑल ऑफ यू? ओके, नाउ विल सी द प्रॉब्लम. The problem is sum of all the elements in the array, right? See here two concepts. One, how to access the array, right? Elements we are knowing, okay, now, and how to add the elements, right? Yes, How to add the elements we have seen, right? Did you remember when we are saying sum of all the elements from 1 to n, or sum of elements where we are giving n as a number of elements and all? Okay, so that simple logic we have to put it here. And how will we be able to access the array? So if I say I have an array int, okay, if it comes capital also, please consider it, because you know it automatically goes. So I said let's say 20. Okay, right. Also, how to declare an array? How to declare an array is like this: the data type, okay, array name, okay, followed by the subscripts and the size of the array. Okay, so we have data type, okay, the array name, and the size of the array. So that means int the data type, what is the size of the array, name of the array, a underscore a array, right? What the size of the array, 20. Yes, right? So we have declared the array. Okay, right? Now, once the array has been declared, okay, array has been declared, what we need to do? We need to store the elements in an array, right? So I am asking the user scanf, okay, what is the number of elements we have? Okay, yes, right? So I again declare the variable int I comma n. Okay, right? So now I will store the elements for I equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. Okay, so scanf, I'm storing in the array. So how are they going to do? Percentage d, because integer, the name of the array, yes, followed by the subscript. Subscript is nothing but the I value we are talking about. Yes, right? This is how we're going to store the element. Now what you said, we need to add all the elements. So what we can do is that, let us open the bracket here. Okay, yes. Now we consider a variable called as sum, and we initialize to 0, right? So now sum is equal to sum plus a underscore a rra y I. So in the first step, we already stored the array element in the array. Next, we are taking the array and summing it and putting it into this. So done. Then printf percentage d. So first we'll store 2. Okay. Then what will happen? Here will come sum will be equal to 0, 0 plus 2. Okay. Next, what will be the value? 34. Right. Yes. Next value is 30. Sorry. Next value is 34. So we have now sum equal to, what is the previous value of sum? 2 plus 34. Okay. So what is the next value? 56. 56. Then 78. So next will come sum equal to value is already 36 plus 56. Next sum will be equal to 56 plus 36 is equal to 92. 92 plus 78. Okay, and it will continue till we get the value 90. Is it clear, all of you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, now
Yes, sir.
okay, now I want you all to quickly do this problem. Sum of all the elements in the array, little change. Sum of all the even elements in the array and odd elements in the array. Okay, yes, quickly do it. So here we'll have to have two variables. One is sum, even, the way we have done, and sum odd. Okay, and there will be one logic where we will going to check whether number is even or odd. Yes, quickly do it, then we'll move to the next problem. Next is a very interesting problem. Quickly do it. Even if you don't have a editor of C and all or compiler, you can write it in your in a notepad and all these things, and just see whether it is. Whoever complete can share the code in the chat. So I declare an array. Okay, 20. Then right, I initialize I and some even, some odd. Okay, right. Then I take the then I will be taking the number of elements in that array. Okay, then I will start storing the element, and I will store it. Yes. So next, till here I think everybody has done it. After that, what are we going to do? After that, we have to check whether the number is that is stored in that array is odd or even. So first one is odd. Okay, here all we are getting even. Okay, let me change some numbers. So till here is okay. Now we have to check the number that we are storing whether it is an odd or an even. How you check whether a number is odd or even? I write like this, na? Logic, remember? If okay, number mod of 2 equal to 0 for a single number. Now for this statement, if I have to put it for an array, how are you going to do it? How are you going to do it? Yes, this is not a number, right? What we're looking for? I'm looking for the element in an array. So that means I will just replace this. Right? Okay. So a underscore mod is equal to अगर 0 है तो sum of even equal to sum of even प्लस क्या होगा? जैसे हम लोग नंबर लिखते थे ना, सो यहाँ का क्या होगा? a underscore a r a y I. Yes, so here this will be 0 and this also will be 0, right? Else what? अगर even नहीं है तो odd है, तो sum of odd equal to sum of odd plus a underscore a r a y I. Okay, right? So then after that, print percentage d. What will be there? Sum even. I can directly print both the sum. So sum even, sum odd. That's all. Okay, all of you, right? Now I will connect another in 10 minutes. Just I'm giving you a problem. Just think about it. Okay. Now add the alternate numbers. Means you have to add 56, 90, 32, 76. Okay. Right. And you have to add these numbers. So I am just adding the alternate numbers starting from the base address, and then I'm adding the alternate numbers starting from one one increment from the base address. Okay, so like that. Yes. Okay, this is one you think of it and you do. Okay, well, we'll see how to do this. Then again, we'll see another problem.